Hey everyone, it's the 10th of July 2020. On my own today. I've gone for a walk out in the countryside. It's absolutely glorious. I'm on the Greensand Way in Kent. I'm planning to walk, maybe about 12 miles, something like that. Quite sunny. And hopefully catch up with Edison later at the end of the journey as well. So stay tuned for the video to see him. And I was just thinking, really, my last video got quite a few views actually, more than any I've ever had before, talking about QAnon, about this deep conspiracy of Donald Trump versus the deep state. I mean, I'm a bit sceptical of it, to be perfectly honest. It could be a bit of a a double bluff, you know, Donald Trump in on it as well, you know, but it's a false awakening, really, or a false messiah. This is again something which the Bible talks about. Whether that be Trump or someone else, you know, wait and see if this is, you know, to be the case. And there was a point which I heard yesterday from Jeff Berwick on his channel, the Dollar Vigilante, and he said, whatever you say about rituals and mass or satanic kind of you know, biblical religion, everything else, whatever you personally believe about it, you need to remember that the globalists, the deep state, they believe in it. So to them, it is something. My walking stick as well, I do find it really helpful. So for them, it is something. It is real. So to them, maybe a false messiah, conning the whole world, just something they might find really hilarious. Also, had a nice comment, a few comments from my last video, which, so thanks for doing that. A few subscribers as well, so thank you very much. And one was from a lady, parents for 5G, or against 5G, and she kind of informed me of some information about 5G and said that actually no testing's been done long term about what the effects of this. And this has made me think a little bit. Obviously I'm a parent for my son Edison, and they say that 5G is safe. It's just a little bit further away from microwave energy, goes along that spectrum, but it's non-ionizing. There's no damage. It doesn't cause damage because it's non-ionizing. Although at one level it can be used as a military weapon. So what my point is, there's a nice sheep over there as well, you'll be able to see. So well, this is what I've just been walking through. My point is really this. I saw this image a few years ago, many years ago, maybe about 7 years ago. And it said basically, if you have a plant at home and you use rainwater to water it, in 3 weeks time the plant will be doing all great, you know, flourishing, growing lovely. If you use water which had been microwave and put in the microwave, after 3 weeks the plant would be dying, nowhere near as vigorous. So my point is this. Okay, I understand there are different types of energies, but again, they're still along the electromagnetic spectrum of that type of energy. It's close. And my point is, there's no long-term effects being done on 5G. So kind of some people just came out of the bush there. So my point is this. We as humans are made up of water. We're primarily water. Our planet is water-based. So to put a force or a field on the planet over a sustained period of time could be like having water in a microwave at a low level for a long period of time. And the effects of the plant were it died. The effects of the planet, the humans, it could die. All of this is being done under the aim of better internet, everything else. You'll get 5G, or, you know, brilliant internet service everywhere you go, you know, I haven't got my mobile data on here, but I'll have an excellent service if I did, with 5G, with streaming services, everything else, for smart cities, all links in brilliantly. I understand that, but the damage to humans is more important. And for us to not do any research on the long-term effects of this technology, while putting the whole planet, you know, through it, it's so short-sighted. It's absolutely incredible. So you talk about leadership from world governments, you know, etc. They're going to say there's a need a world government soon, surely. That's just part of the thing which they're just waiting for, just like a digital global currency. It's part of their plans and has been for a long time. And you know, United Nations Agenda 2030, it's all part of it. You can read it. It's not a conspiracy for me to say this. It's part of what they intend to do. So are they really incompetent, or is it, or not? But certainly with this, I feel they're being incompetent. They're being negligent. It's not getting the attention. There's a nice butterfly over there. You won't probably be able to see it. But it does feel like they're being negligent and incompetent. And that's where it affects me. That's where it affects my family. That's where it affects Edison and his family, and potentially in the future too. So you get this information out everywhere. Thanks the lady who did send me that information. I do appreciate that. Keep watching as I will go through the day. I'll do some more videos in a short while, and we'll catch up soon. Okay, bye. Hey again, so just now a little bit further along the Greensand Way, making a good time. I expect I'll probably end up in Ham Street now, a couple of hours time, and I'm actually quite near my house, about 3 miles as the crow flies. And it's been a very pleasant walk. Often it's been really lush fields and walking through the woods, which has been lovely, but I did get lost a little while ago. Which, whenever you're doing a long distance walk, if you get lost, it's so frustrating. But I'm back on the way now, and it's really nice. So I'll find somewhere to stop and eat soon. And there's just something about walking which I find really enjoyable, really. It's just, I mean, look at this. The amount of wildlife I can just see whilst walking through along this path. Quite near a road as well, unfortunately, so you can hear some traffic. But I've seen lots of sheep, horses, cows. No cows, sorry. Not today. But kind of leading on, what's the point of these videos, I thought was something I could just talk about for a short couple of minutes. And obviously I started doing them when lockdown was imminent, and we started going into lockdown. And since then it's just kind of video diarised my feelings on current affairs and society and COVID-19 and people's reactions to it. And it really is something which I think when we look back, it's going to be the most important event in history. Although I still think it's very questionable how potent, how serious it is. People, you know, I watched a video yesterday, again it was from a dollar vigilante, beautiful butterflies really coming right up to you. And there was a doctor in one of Colombia, maybe in America, and he was talking about how he'd compared COVID-19 deaths to the flu virus, like last year, that he compared the figures, and how he'd received a letter saying that he'd kind of breached his powers as a medical, as a doctor basically. He was a doctor, now he's now a politician. As Jeff Burbick said, a little bit like Ron Paul, Dr. Ron Paul. But basically he's received letters about this, he's received complaints, he doesn't know who he's received it from. But to call or compare it to anything else is a reason to be demonised. And still, months later, it's very difficult to imagine anyone really calling it out in the mainstream, because those who do seem to get kind of demonised. It's quite busy here, so I'm just going to take a quick stop just for a second. So I've gone on a bit now, and I'm just the other side of Kingsnorth, on the way to Ham Street. It's kind of like the last stretch for the last couple of hours, I reckon, of walking, and you can just hear the crickets. It's absolutely unbelievable. Listen to how loud they are. So there's some nice background noise for you for a few minutes, and it just seems strange not walking with Edison at the moment. 2.5 years old, absolutely love him to pieces. He's amazing. So really looking forward to seeing him in a couple of hours. I've spoken to my wife. I'm going to get picked up in Ham Street, so hopefully I'll arrive in time. If not, I have to wait for him and get to see him again. And wow, it's absolutely unbelievable. This is basically what walking is all about. I've seen quite a few people today, but I say look, quite a few people as in about maybe 20 or 30, rather than hundreds, which you would see in a normal kind of situation. Not many on the way. Most kind of like dog walkers, things like that. And just to kind of finish the point I was making in my last caption, you know, the last section, I'm doing this because one, I like it, and I'm doing it for my son. It's a good way of recording how life was, the times with my son, how I was thinking about feeling about the situation at the moment at this point in my life as a father, how the society is. And also I've learned from comments from, you know, from other people watching that there can be some interaction as well, so I can learn extra things from the video. So, and potentially those watching may even learn a bit back, you know. It does feel that my opinions are very different to my friends. I'm not sure how they react. Oh look, bit of a dilemma here. I think it's going to be straight over this way. Again, you have to take a chance sometimes. It's frustrating when you get lost. But I try to be true to myself. I try to be true to what I feel. I say honestly what I feel. Sometimes it's a bit scary because you're only one thinking these feelings. So it'd be nice maybe if those who are watching and I'm talking something which kind of relates to you, just to like it. Just make a comment, just let me know. I say that's not the objective of this, it's just to really kind of get a capture of a moment of a time, and something which I hope my son will look back on in the future. And Edison, you'll be proud of me as your dad. So thinking what did you do during the coronavirus? Yeah, I made videos and bought cryptocurrencies. It's basically what I've been doing since March, trying to prepare as much as I can. In some ways I do feel like a financial reset is coming at some point. I feel that the stimulus and all the cash which is going in, surely it can't can only result in hyperinflation. So I received a call from my wife, and Edison went for his nap really late. So basically I was supposed to be picked up about 4 o'clock, and I'm about in the Ham Street Woods now, so I would have arrived just on time. But Edison didn't go through his nap until 3:10, so they're going to be much later. The life of a 2-year-old. So I'm just taking my time now. On the final, really the final way now. This is the Ham Street Woods Nature Reserve. It's really nice. Very quiet. Sounds of nature are just fantastic. As I said earlier, I've seen so many butterflies. The wildlife's been fantastic. I've seen some cows now. I kind of got chased by them. Just when you walk through a field and they start coming for you a little bit quickly, it made maybe think for a second. I've walked across the golf course, got lost through woods, been scratched and bitten, but it's been absolutely brilliant. And I think the benefits of going for a long distance walk are just absolutely priceless. And walking in general. I mean, there's people over there. Can't quite see them. I've got a wood. I'll make a little fortress or a den, or camp, and it's brilliant. So, with everything going on in the world, so much it seems, it's a war of information. I've kind of talked about this before. People are saying it's a war for your mind. People using the phrase psyop. It's absolutely incredible. I've said it so many times. It's absolutely amazing. Everything that's going on. So just getting out in nature can make a big difference. So I'll have to wait a while to see Edison. Hopefully I'll see him in a little while. And until next time, if you've got any comments, let me know. And everyone, I recommend get out in nature yourself. And if you do, let us know how you get on. For me, the Greensand Way today from Pluckley to Ham Street has been exceptional. So see you all soon. Bye. So we're home now, and then this is just going to go for a ride in his car. So see you all soon. Say bye.
Bye.
Let's go.